Question. I went through the Datre material on guides. It seems that all channeled material does not fall into the same category. From the material, it seems that the awakening out of linear time would be a rather gentle process than a very sudden or drastic one. Is it possible that we won't even be aware of any marked change taking place? Datre, there will be marked changes taking place, and if you are an observer, you will definitely notice. One of the things that you should be very much aware of, that I don't see how you can avoid seeing, is the changes that are taking place within your weather patterning. That is one of the things that is very obvious. The planet is going to cleanse itself. Everybody has talked about it, but the planet will do its own thing. That is why you're getting torrential rains in areas. That is why you are getting huge fires. Your ground, your earth that you stand on, that you walk on, is not good for you anymore. You have to be able to produce food in order to be able to eat. You have to have ground that you can grow food in, and it is so full of chemicals that your particles within the hologram are reacting to the chemicals that are in what you call your ground, your soil. Your chemicals in your food does not react favorably to the particles within the body construct. That is one of the changes that are taking place. There are many other changes that are taking place in thought patternings. If you'll watch divisions in thought patternings, there are a lot of changes taking place. To some individuals it is traumatic, and to some individuals it is not. But there are definite changes taking place. Question. It had been stated earlier, relating to dead zone channeling, that they cannot help you, but Datre also states, nor can we. Datre, that is correct. The reason for that is that it is an individual journey. In other words, we can't come in a ship. We can't come in any way, shape, or form. Nor can anyone else help you off this planet into other realities, other systems, into the universe, or any other place. The only thing that moves you from reality to reality, from system to system, and out into the universe is your understanding. That is what you are here for. You have had lifetimes innumerable. You have not taken the time and put forth the effort or even had the desire to know that anything else exists. Other than the planet upon which you live, the planet upon which you bear your children, the planet upon which you drive your automobile, get your food, clothe yourselves, and put a roof over your head. That has been your main concern in planetary existence. Now the energies are changing. Many things are going to be happening. The reason we are here now is to, shall we say, wake up those individuals whose knowing is to the point of understanding. In understanding, they will begin to move into different areas of reality. This is what we are here for. There is no one that pops into the universe. There is no one that pops into other realities. The only way you make that movement, in any direction, is through your understanding, your knowing, and your feelings that exist within the physical being. This is what propels you. Your vibrational patterning of your physical being is what propels you into different situations, different circumstances, meeting different people, being an observer, watching what is happening. As you watch what is happening, questions will be without number, because you will want to know, you want to know, you want to know. Those are the individuals who will make changes in themselves. This is the only way that you can be, so-called, helped. We can help you understand. That is what we are here for. When you understand, you will make these transitions yourself. Question. Some channeled entities say there is nothing we need to do, and others say that is a lie, and you have to do the work to break out of the illusion of third-dimensional existence. It seems to me that you are saying we just need to sit back and let it all happen, what I call the horizontal path. Is that correct? Datre, no. That is not correct. Since we first came on the net, when you first began to read this material, what have we constantly asked you to do? But one thing, know who you are. Now the amazing thing that happens, when that first little glimpse of knowing who you are happens, from there on it begins to snowball. From the information that John and Aona get constantly, of those that have hit that little bit of knowing who they are, their whole lives have absolutely changed. It is like they do not even recognize the person they were last week. They're seeing their whole demeanor change because they're painting different pictures in front of them. They're seeing things entirely different from a different standpoint. They're not looking at it the way mass consciousness looks at it. They no longer see as those in mass consciousness see. Yes, they see, they exist, they are in physicality, but their perception of incidences and experiences are entirely different. A change takes place when you once hit that little spark that says, I know who I am. Then everything else changes. Question: if not, then do you agree that conscious living, right diet, meditation, yoga, and other spiritual practices can help one evolve more quickly? What is your belief in this? Datre: well, what happens is, you see, you're still thinking that you are your body. From that very question, you are approaching it from a bodily concept. You think that what you eat, your rituals and all these things, this is what is important. As we've said many times, it doesn't matter what approach you take, but it's what you think about the approach you take. Now in the previous one that we just did, we have said that what you need to do is, you need to have information so that you can begin to be who you are. Now the one man asked about drinking the water. If you think the water is harmful, it will be. If you think you're going to get a rash from strawberries, you will get a rash from strawberries. The brain will provide you with what you want. You say, I'm going to get a rash from strawberries. What did you say? I am. Those are big words. You don't realize how big those two words are. I am going to get a rash from strawberries. The brain says, you will get a rash from strawberries because you said I am going to. You don't realize what you say. That is what propels you into what you call your problems, your dilemmas, all of the things that happen to you, because you set the words into motion. If you look at things as an experience, you're not programming the brain to do something. If you're watching an experience and observing an experience, you're not programming the brain to do anything. As we have said before, when we say observe, it sounds like such a simple thing. Well, I'm looking at everything. You bet you are, and that's exactly what you're doing. You are looking at things. You don't look at things from a blank standpoint. What is that experience that you have set in front of you? You put that in front of you. Why? What was the reason for it? Observe, understand. Once you observe and understand why you put that experience in front of you, you won't have to do it again. Why do some people experience the same thing again and again and again? Why does this person continually get cancer? That is the big number now. You hear it all the time. They had cancer in one part of their body. They're all set. They're all taken care of. Everything's taken care of. They're doing fine. Next thing, they've got cancer in another part of their body. What are they trying to tell themselves? What do they want to experience, and why do they want to experience it? There is not anyone on this planet or anyone in the universe that can tell that individual why. The only one that knows the answer is the individual that put it in front of themselves for a learning experience. But because you work off of mass consciousness and don't work from yourself, you are unable to see these things. Your perception is entirely different. Question: thank you, John, for giving my questions to Datre. My major problem right now is physically becoming very ill after every major energy transfer. Datre: well, what you're talking about is an energy transfer. Now what I would like to know is what you're referring to as an energy transfer. Perhaps that will be explained. Question: this involves being instructed to go to a geographic place. Datre: now, who is instructing you to go to a geographic place? That's another question.